Hey everybody, that's right. I am totally done watching Ghost Adventures. And what brought me to this? Well, I have been a super fan since day one. And that is the 2-hour documentary that Zach, Aaron, and Nick did, where they went through the places in Nevada and ended up at the Goldfield Hotel with the flying brick and everything. Then they got the series, and it was just fantastic. Believe or not believe, the show was great. They presented it well. It was just a good show, held my interest. And I've never missed an episode. But if we go along, what's been going on over the years, it's slowly starting to just push me away. And after Nick left, they kind of changed a lot of things. And first, they started bringing in new ghost hunting toys and experimenting with what I thought was, I think they're putting a little too much stock in random word generators like the Ovulus and the Paranormal Puck. But you know what? It could be true. I just went with it. And then at some point, every now and then, they would have some wild reaction to something and yell at each other, and it would be a tense situation. And I thought every now and then that was cool. Hey, maybe it would go. But it seems for the past few years that seems to happen more and more to the point where it's getting super annoying and looks staged. But I continue to watch the show because there was enough going on to hold my interest. But what broke me was the recent episode. That's the Houdini Seance at the Winchester Mystery House. And when I saw this was coming, I was like, this is going to be cool. What a great idea. And the show started off great. They did the history lesson with the story. They talked to the people in the mystery house. They sent the boys out to get some trigger objects. I thought this was a great idea. And then they introduced 3 people that are going to be involved in this seance. The first one is a blood relative of Houdini, his nephew, and when they interview the guy, and then throughout the episode, the way he talks, he is 100% on board with anything that's said or what's going on. And in my head, I'm like, to the point of being suspicious, but I let it go. Maybe he's just excited. And then the other 2 are witches. One is a lady who's conducting the seance, and she's going to conduct it in that traditional 1920s way. And the other witch is a guy named Christian, and he walks in and he is literally in a costume with makeup and a cape to look like a cross between some vampire and Dark Lord. And when he speaks, you can tell he's putting on a show. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So they start to do the seance. They go through it. They got their little devices around. They start getting super excited about the random word generators and little things that are going on. The lady conducting the seance sounds like the head in the crystal ball at Disney's Haunted Mansion. And about 10 minutes into this, alone in my living room, on my couch, I said out loud, "This is dumb." And I watched the rest of the episode and I turned it off and I went, they've lost me after all this time. It just seems way too theatrical, way too staged. And it's just not interesting to me anymore. So they lost me as a fan. I'm sure they'll be broken up about it. But that's what it is. That's just one guy's opinion. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.